On a clear desert morning in May 2025, the United States of America stepped into a new arena of influence, less with boots on the ground and more with suitcases full of agreements. When President Donald J. Trump touched down in the Gulf, he brought more than diplomatic goodwill. He brought the promise of over $2 trillion in deals with Saudi Arabia, the UAE, and Qatar. But behind the handshake photo ops and glossy headlines lay a question worthy of every American citizen. Was this the dawn of a new era of U.S. strength and prosperity abroad, or a high-stakes gamble with our national interest at risk? In this video, we unpack the chapters of this bold diplomatic blitz, because when America acts on the world stage, every citizen has a stake. The Gulf pivot. Why the Middle East now? In the modern era, the Middle East is no longer just a conflict zone. It's an economic battlefield where power, profit, and politics collide. The Gulf monarchies have amassed immense wealth, bold ambition, and a growing sense of caution about their dependence on oil and Western intervention. When President Donald J. Trump chose the Gulf as his first major foreign stop of this new administration, the message was unmistakable. America intends to lead again, commercially, militarily, and strategically. According to analysis from the Center for Strategic and International Studies, the Middle East figures prominently in the second Trump administration's foreign policy. The trip embodied his approach, highly transactional, while short on groundbreaking diplomacy. The figures alone tell a story of magnitude. Reports estimate that U.S. companies and Gulf partners signed or committed to agreements totaling nearly $2 trillion, spanning defense, energy, semiconductors, infrastructure, and artificial intelligence. Saudi Arabia alone pledged an unprecedented $600 billion investment package, part of which included one of the largest arms purchases in U.S. history. For America, this was not merely a trade mission, it was a strategic repositioning of power, a declaration that economic strength is the new frontier of U.S. leadership in the Middle East and beyond. The $2 trillion gamble, the deal sheet, ink, promises, and reality. The signing ceremonies in Riyadh, Abu Dhabi, and Doha were nothing short of a global spectacle. Golden halls, marble stages, and flags intertwined beneath the flash of cameras. Yet beyond the symbolism lay a series of mega deals that could reshape America's economic and strategic footprint in the region. A breakdown of the numbers reads like a ledger of ambition. A $142 billion U.S. Saudi arms package, forming part of a broader $600 billion investment envelope. The UAE committing more than $200 billion in new partnerships with American firms, including aviation giants Boeing and GE, and Qatar unveiling a staggering $1.2 trillion in economic exchange, highlighted by a $96 billion Boeing aircraft order. But as every seasoned diplomat and business leader knows, ink is not impact. Much of this $2 trillion portfolio is built on commitments and memorandums of understanding, not yet fully binding contracts. As Kickass observed, behind the declarations of intent, the concrete realization and implementation of these investments remain uncertain. That's the true pivot point of this story, the gap between promise and performance. The challenge before America is to ensure these grand agreements deliver real jobs, real security, and real progress for the American people, not just headlines, handshakes, and history's photo ops. If executed, the benefits for the United States could be profound. First, manufacturing and defense exports receive a major boost. U.S. firms stand to gain in aviation, semiconductors, and infrastructure. Second, this gives Washington a strengthened footprint in a region long subject to shifting allegiances. Third, America's strategic narrative changes, from global soldier to global dealmaker, with allies buying access rather than America paying for presence. But the measure of success lies in execution. America must ensure that U.S. workers benefit, that critical technologies remain secure, and that these deals don't expose the nation to undue risk. If American manufacturing is revived because of Gulf orders, and if supply chains for next-gen tech are safeguarded, then this tour could be a pivot point for American strength. Diplomatic risks and strategic vulnerabilities. However, no major move comes without risk. Some concerns loom large. Are we trading principle for profit? Critics warn that aligning so closely with Gulf autocracies on deals that benefit elite interests may undercut America's moral leadership. As the CSIS report notes, the administration has not demonstrated the attention and commitment needed to bring its vision to fruition. Moreover, many of the deals remain unverified. The gulf between deal announced and deal delivered can be vast. There's also the risk of alienating other allies, traditional European partners, Israel's skeptics, or regional players who may feel bypassed. Finally, by focusing heavily on commercial diplomacy, does the US risk neglecting deeper challenges? Iran's ambitions, the Israel-Palestine conflict, or regional instability in Yemen and Syria? Soft power, leverage, and America's new brand. This tour was more than commerce. It was about brand America. The president's language during the trip emphasized a shift. We're not in the nation-building business, he said. We're in the building business's business. By reframing America as a partner for prosperity rather than patron for war, Trump seeks to recast America's global image. Diplomacy once meant troops, bases, and treaties. Today, it increasingly means tech transfers, investment flows, and alliance economics. In the Gulf, this meant AI data centers, semiconductors, and aviation deals. It meant that Gulf capitals chose Washington as their partner of choice. If America achieves the returns we hope, this could redefine what American leadership looks like in the 21st century. At the end of the day, this was about us, the American worker, the American innovator, the American entrepreneur. If these deals lead to new factories in Ohio, new data centers in Texas, new aerospace jobs in Washington state, then the promise was real. If instead we end up with deals that look revolutionary on paper, but trickle down slowly, the public may feel let down. Moreover, because these agreements touch defense, tech, and infrastructure, national security is embedded. America must maintain the lead in AI and semiconductors, lest we cede strategic advantage. If Gulf investment means American dominance in these fields, great. If it means technology leakage, compromised supply chains, or debt obligations, danger. A diplomatic gamble or American triumph? Was Trump's Middle East blitz a triumph of American diplomacy or a high-stakes gamble? The answer is both. The scale and ambition are unmistakable, but the success will be judged in the months and years to come. Will these deals deliver? Will America leverage this moment to reclaim global influence, or will we discover that some of the shine was only surface deep? What is certain is this: for every American citizen, from factory line to boardroom, this matters. Because when the United States bargains abroad, it is not just trading deals, it is trading destiny. And if we play this right, this moment could mark the day America turned a corner. Trump's Middle East blitz, $2 trillion in deals or a diplomatic gamble. The question will echo in boardrooms, factory floors, and ballot booths for years to come. If America holds firm, executes with precision, and delivers for its citizens, then this may be the beginning of a bold new chapter in American strength and prosperity. If we do not, the headlines may fade while the risks linger. Americans have always believed in boldness. We've risen from humble origins to lead the world not just by might, but by idea. Today, in desert capitals and gleaming skylines, America has extended its hand in partnership. What comes next determines whether that hand becomes a lasting legacy or a missed opportunity. Stand tall, stand proud, and hold America to the standard it sets for others. Because in this great nation, we don't retreat, we lead.